But that leads me to the other mistake, which is insufficient due diligence, effectively. You don't want to skip in the financial and operational review, leading to unforeseen liability risk. This is where, for example, I was in a situation quite a few years ago. I jumped in the mid of a due diligence, and we found a hole on the balance sheet related to double payments. It was actually a retail banking activity. So 1 million, a hole in the balance sheet. We found there was not an asset that was stated midway through the due diligence. Now you can imagine what happened with that, because when you find those issues, you then need to dig deeper into the IT audit. So you start with the financial audit or financial due diligence, and then you have to do an IT audit. Yeah. So we have to ask for the discount, obviously, on the acquisition. Now, the other non-financial problem which causes financial issues is the cultural misalignment. Now, when you ignore differences in company culture, can really undermine the success of the deal. So I'll give you an example. A tech company acquired a smaller firm for its IP, but underestimated the integration cost, which delay return on investment by a couple of years, for example. So yeah, M&A is such a vast situation. It's probably, I would say, where small businesses need the education the most, because that's where there's a lot of hidden value that can be potentially earned. With small businesses, they can actually multiply the valuation with M&A, really.
Yeah, it's fascinating to hear you say you gave us a top three biggest mistakes. The first one, overpaying, never a good moment, right? The second one, insufficient due diligence. It's one of those you've got to not only do the due diligence, but you have to verify the source associated with the data that you're looking at. In this instance, financial data. The double payment or the double opportunity that you identified, that's a great example. And the third one that you mentioned, this is one that we rarely think of from the CFO chair, and it's the cultural alignment involved with M&A. So if you could almost put a price tag on the culture, or what applies some type of a weighted average towards how it is that the organizations are going to behave in a post-merger integration, the cultural misalignment, I have seen it where it's an absolute killer. So for the organization. So no, great recap there.